No nation can make itself secure by seeking supremacy over others. We all share responsibility for each other's security, and only by working to make each other secure.
Get this bum off my show. Get this silk-suited piece of crap off my show, you lying bum. Good riddance, get off the UN. I hope to God we never hear from your rat voice again. How dare you attack the United States, who's paid your salary, coffee cup and on? Number two, why don't you say something about your buddy, the Holocaust denier in Iran, who threatens to bring the entire world into a Holocaust? You useless bum. Now you know why most Americans hate the United Nations. I'm going to do something today that nobody in the American media is doing, to their own shame and to their own detriment. And that is this. Every time the Hitler of Iran says the Holocaust didn't exist, instead of showing the pictures of the dead Jewish children, 6 million Jews were gassed or tortured to death or died of disease or starvation by the Nazis. 1 million of them were children. 1 million of them were children. 1 million children who did nothing to harm anyone in this world. And that son of a piece of garbage, that whore's child in Iran, that pig's child in Iran, has the nerve to deny the Holocaust. Now, we understand that he is both Haman of ancient Persia, reincarnated, and Hitler, or one or the other. We understand that. But did you ever think you would see the day that the so-called Jewish-dominated media would let him say that without immediately showing pictures of the people in the death camps? Did you ever think the day would come that the Jews, who were so powerful in the media, were told every day, and they may be in some cases, why are there no pictures of the Holocaust? Every time Ahmadinejad says there was no Holocaust, it is the obligation and the duty of the media, Christian, Jewish, agnostic, whatever, to show pictures of the dead in the death camps. I'm doing that on my website, micaelsavage.com. I warn you, before you go on to this site, I warn you, if you are a weak person, if you're an ill person, if you're emotionally unstable, if you're a child, please don't look at the pictures. You'll never recover from them. I am doing this as a public service. I am doing what the people in the media should be doing for you. I want you to go on it. Click here to see Iran's attempt to commit another genocide while denying the Holocaust on the Jews. Go look at the pictures, and after you've looked at the pictures, you'll understand what is at stake. If this little maniac thinks he's going to get away with this, you are mistaken. I'll make a prediction for you. I'll make a prediction that this Hitler will be killed by his own people within 2 years. They understand he will wind up causing Iran to be nuked. There is no way in the world that the Jews, no matter how weak they may be today, no matter how beaten they may be today, no matter how without leadership they may be today, there's no way the Jewish state is going to let him destroy them. This is a very special day for me. It's the anniversary of my mother's passing 3 years ago. It's a very important day. And out of the blue, I got a call last night. It was another rainy night. I wasn't going to go nowhere. And a friend of mine said, would you like to come to a wedding? It's this. And I said, all right, I'm going to come. I got to get out of the house. I went to this wedding. It was a group of Jewish people, 150 people, humble people, plumbers, chauffeurs, regular people, nothing fancy. And I saw babies. I saw dozens and dozens of babies in their mother's arms. Young women in their 20s holding beautiful little babies. I went up to every baby and looked them in the eyes, and their eyes glowed looking back at me. You know how some babies won't focus? They all looked at me. And I looked at them and I said, I'm willing to die for you. I said that to myself and I said it to them. I'm willing to die for these children. Because if I can, I will stop another Holocaust. If I have to be the only man on earth to speak out, then I will do it. I didn't ask for this job. Nobody told me to do this. I don't know the Israeli government. I don't have anything to do with the Israeli government. But all I could think of is those young women with their little babies in their arms. And I said, this is who Ahmadinejad wants to kill? These little babies? Little Mendel he wants to kill? Little Yoshi he wants to kill? He wants to kill these little children for what reason? Because he's a sick human being who the UN, if it had any validity whatsoever, would have taken off the world stage by killing him. He would be dead by now if there was really a United Nations. There is no United Nations. Make one thing clear to yourself if you make anything clear. There is no UN. It's a group of money-grubbing, whoremongering, useless diplomats I am so sick of the anti-Israel, anti-American, anti-Jewish propaganda I could scream. But I'm directing this show at the vermin in the media, particularly the liberal scum who I spit at. The Wolf Blitzers, I'd like to spit right in his eye. Wolf Blitz is a Jew. Wolf Blitz is an Israeli. And Wolf Blitzer will not show you the pictures of the Holocaust. That little nobody has all the power in the world to show the world what Hitler did and what Ahmadinejad to do again. But that little sellout is the type that would have shoveled Jewish children into an oven in order to stay alive another day. I you, Wolf Blitzer. I spit at all of you. I'll put myself on the firing line if I have to. I am so disgusted by this. We hear the Holocaust didn't happen. We know the Holocaust happened. American soldiers liberated Dachau and Auschwitz and Treblinka and Bergen-Belsen. They saw the corpses in the ovens. They saw the emaciated survivors. They know a Holocaust happened, but that generation is gone. They died off, the men who actually were witnesses to what had happened. You would think, though, the journalists would show these pictures. But the journalists won't show the pictures. Ask yourself why. The very same vermin in the media who have attacked America for the last 25 years. The very same vermin in the media who undermine the military and the police and the flag and the family will not show you the truth of the Holocaust. Why is it that the liberals are somewhat shy of showing you the pictures that I have on MicaelSavage.com? And I want you to understand, I get sick when I look at these pictures. Something in me breaks when I look at these pictures. I want to die when I look at these pictures. A shrink 30 years ago warned me never to look at these pictures. I was warned to never look at these pictures because he knows what they do to me. I'm in agony right now because I'd like to kill somebody. May I say that to you again? I'm in agony right now because I'd like to kill somebody. That's how I feel today. If you think that this little maniac from Iran is kidding, you have another guest coming. And if you think he's not capable of wiping Israel off the map, you have another guest coming. He will bring the entire world into a nuclear exchange unless the United Nations sends a team in to take him down. I'm telling you what's liable to happen. Iran will get the nuclear bomb. Iran will launch a nuclear weapon. Israel will counter-strike, and there'll be an all-around worldwide Holocaust. And that is why this maniac must be taken out before he destroys the entire world. Now, what I want to do for you, those of you who don't know anything because you were ignorant, you were raised to put a believe that there is global warming, you were raised to believe that there's homophobia and that these are the biggest problems on Earth. If those of you who have not been educated sufficiently with reality would pay a slight attention, because you're fair-minded, what I will do is present a case for you, which shouldn't have to be done, unfortunately, but I have to do it. The reason I have to do it is because of our collapsed educational system, because of our collapsed verminous left-wing media. I have to do it for you. Please start the drum roll. Okay. That's the start of the drum roll. Here are the number of Jews killed in the Holocaust according to every history site in the world. Poland, it had an initial population of 3.3 million Jews. 3 million were killed. Russia had a population of 3 million Jews before World War II. 1.1 million Jews were killed. Hungary had 800,000 Jews. 596,000 were killed by Hitler and his German minions. Shall I go on? I will. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to force this down your throat. If you think I'm going to waste this show giving you a meatball recipe, if you think I'm going to waste this God-given talent that I've been given and this forum on talking about a dog or on talking about something humorous because it's the holidays, I'm sorry, I can't do it for you today. Instead, I'm going to give you a dose of reality that is the best gift that God could ever give you. There is no greater gift than the gift of reality, and you're going to get it in spades.